What if I told you that behind the sparkling lights of Thailand's paradise, the allure of palm trees, fast cars, and fortune, one chilling crime would shatter the illusion of tropical bliss forever? Stick with me for the next 15 minutes, because you're about to dive deep into one of the most shocking murder mysteries ever to ripple across Bangkok and its notorious nightlife. This is not just another story. This is the twisted tale of international betrayal, biker gangs, and deadly ambition right here on Bangkok Buzz. Don't click away. You're going to want to see how this ends. Welcome to Bangkok Buzz, the channel that brings you the city's pulse, its secrets, scandals, and stories that the world can't stop talking about. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and join the conversation in the comments, because what we're about to reveal has left the globe reeling. Let's set the scene. Hans Peter Mack, once a name synonymous with real estate prestige, wealth, and the sweet taste of reinvention, found himself living the expat dream in Thailand. Picture it: luxury cars carving through Pattaya's sun-drenched streets, business success, and a life partner years his junior. But under that glossy exterior, darkness was waiting to break through. On July 4th, 2023, that picture-perfect dream ruptured. Hans vanished, as if the steamy air of Thailand had swallowed him whole. At first, it looked like nothing more than a worrying case of, "Where's Hans?" But just days later, a torrent of gruesome news broke. Body found, dismembered, 13 pieces, chillingly precise, sensational headlines that gripped both local expats and Europe's media. Suddenly, one missing foreigner's story morphed into a labyrinth of betrayal, extortion, and cross-border crime. So, how did paradise turn nightmare? The day Hans disappeared, he was due to meet his wife, Piraya, for lunch in Pattaya. That meeting never happened. His luxury Mercedes-Benz emerged hours later, without him, in a nondescript parking lot south of Bangkok, abandoned and eerily clean, as if scrubbed clean by someone terrified of leaving a trace behind. What few people knew at the time, the car wasn't just parked and forgotten. Inside, police found rolls of plastic wrap, heavy-duty hedge clippers, and, most disturbing of all, a cordless chainsaw. Had someone tried to erase every last fingerprint? As loved ones grew frantic, calling Hans to no avail, suspicious text messages started appearing from his phone, language and style totally unlike anything he'd ever send. Alarm bells rang louder. That night, Hans's wife and her family went to the police. A 3 million baht reward was offered, and now Pattaya was on high alert. Investigators scrambled to piece together Hans's last movements. CCTV footage revealed he was last seen driving along Chaya Phuoc Road at 12:42 p.m. on July 4th, a little over half an hour before all contact evaporated. But the biggest break came when a Thai couple went to the police. They'd been hired by a German woman to deliver a freezer to a pool villa in Pattaya, days before the grisly discovery. When the footage around the villa was pulled, detectives caught a foreign man loading up the same freezer, now strapped like a coffin with black plastic and tape, into a truck. That truck zigzagged over 140 kilometers, as if desperate to shake anyone off its trail. But the final stop was just 15 minutes from the original villa. When police burst in with a search warrant, the truth was almost too horrifying to process. Inside the freezer, the dismembered remains of Hans Peter Mack. It was official. Hans had become the victim of one of Thailand's most brutal murders in living memory. Pattaya lit up with sirens and speculation. Who could be so bold, so calculated, and why? Clues began pointing in dangerous directions. Names whispered in the shadows of outlaw biker gangs, ties to international underworld figures, and even rumors that the group intended to dump the body at sea. Evidence erased forever. On the digital front, another twist. Money had been drained from Hans's account, over 2 million baht, or 60,000 US dollars, after his final sighting. Was this the true motive? Or just the simplest piece of a more tangled puzzle? Thai authorities got to work. Using CCTV, digital breadcrumbs, and witness testimony, the net closed fast around 3 main suspects. Petra Christel Grunghief, a German real estate broker; Olaf Thorsten Brinkmann, a German man with a criminal past; and Shah Rukh Karim Udin, a Thai national of Pakistani descent. Petra was the last to be seen with Hans, meeting him at a coffee shop, discussing business before heading to the pool villa where he would meet his fate. Soon after, she clammed up and refused to speak to investigators, her lawyers fighting every question. Olaf, a name that sent an icy chill through the case, was tied to notorious biker gangs and had a well-earned reputation for criminal dealings on Thai soil. Authorities tracked him down, not in Pattaya, but in the urban wilds of Bangkok, at the Hells Angels clubhouse itself. This was a man at the heart of darkness. Udin, the third piece of the puzzle, attempted a desperate escape to the Myanmar border, only to be hauled back to face the music in Pattaya, all three charged with premeditated murder and hiding a body. The evidence mounted relentlessly. A speedboat linked to Brinkmann suggested a plan to sink the body offshore. The owner of a hardware store confirmed Olaf had bought the very tools used to dismember Hans. Under mounting heat, both Brinkmann and Grunghief cracked, confessions spilling out, sealing their fate. But Udin claimed he was nothing more than a terrified pawn, forced to help dispose of the body under threats to his family's lives. His elder brother echoed this. Olaf, he said, had threatened to kill their parents, kidnap Udin's wife and sister, and put a gun to his head. The court, however, showed little mercy. 18 months later, in December 2024, came the verdict. Death sentences for all three, though Brinkmann and Grunghief had theirs commuted to life for cooperating, while Udin's was upheld without reprieve. As the dust settled, new details surfaced. Whispers of Hans's past in Europe, linking him briefly to a trafficking case involving minors. The allegations, dismissed by his family, cast a shadow, leaving even more questions over the company Hans kept and the world he'd entered in search of a new beginning. With money as the stated motive, observers wondered, was this case really just about a quick payday out of a foreigner's bank account? Or had Hans Peter Mack unknowingly wandered into a dark underbelly of organized crime threaded through Pattaya's clubs and expat havens? In response, Thai authorities launched a relentless crackdown, arresting not just the main suspects, but also probing deep into local motorcycle clubs. Raids, interrogations, and fresh charges followed, as investigators chased every lead through Pattaya's chaotic mix of foreign adventurers and seasoned criminals. The murder of Hans Peter Mack stands as one of Thailand's most disturbing cases, a tale of high stakes, greed, and a paradise gone violently wrong. It's a cautionary story. In the kingdom's bright neon glare, not every handshake is what it seems, and sometimes the beautiful facade covers something dark and deadly beneath. So what do you think? Was justice really done? Or does the truth in cases like this run even deeper, darker, and more connected to hidden networks than anyone knows? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about whether justice, in the world of expat intrigue and international crime, can ever truly be served. If you found this story gripping, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more deep dives into Thailand's true crime and untold stories. Stay tuned to Bangkok Buzz, where the city's wildest secrets come to light.